So this person here says, it's been about a year since I've gotten your feed. Refreshing to see your candor again. Of course, this person is talking on TikTok. I say that because my videos now go to multiple different sites. And let me first say thank you very much for the kind words. And then secondly, explain what's been going on. About a year ago, year and a half ago, my main account, the one that I had the 1.5 million followers on, the views started to get tanked. I don't know what was going on with the algorithm. I do know that over the course of my several years doing social media on TikTok specifically, your numbers go up and your numbers go down. There are, I don't know how many people on the app. Not everybody gets to be on the For You page at the same time. And so I never really looked at it as they were suppressing my views. Shit happens. Just sometimes you're on a high, sometimes you're on a low. Not everybody gets pushed to the For You page. But about a year and a half ago, the numbers started to really tank. And I mean really tank. I had 1.5 million followers. I'd get 250, 500 views on a video. And I'm like, all right, it is what it is. It'll come back eventually. And then in August of 25, they did away with my account. They bananaed it permanently. And so I said, okay, that's fine. You don't want. I appealed it. I lost my appeal. I went to one of the TikTok agencies and said, can you do anything? They tried 4 times. They couldn't get it back. And so I said, I'm not going to give that many views to TikTok if they don't want my content. I'm just going to put them on YouTube. And so since August, all of my political content has been on YouTube. Now, recently, I've begun putting political content back on TikTok. Why? Well, they haven't given me my main account back. I'm still trying to get it back, but I'm not holding my breath. We'll see. But the reason why I started doing more political content here in the last 3 weeks to a month is because something has changed within TikTok, and now my content is getting views again, and more importantly, they're allowing me to stay in the creator rewards program, which I haven't been able to stay in for the past 2-3 years. I couldn't stay in it longer than a day. Now, they sent me a notification early last month and said, hey, you want to rejoin the creator rewards program, or you want to join it? I'm like, yeah, we'll give it a try. I'm not holding my breath that I'm going to be able to stay in it. And I joined it, and I've been able to stay in it ever since then. And the weird thing about it is that I made X amount of money, not enough, okay, not even close to enough, but I made X amount of money in January. I was like, okay, it's starting to come back. There's a little bit of money here. Maybe there's some potential. They're showing that they're not going to ban those types of videos, and they're going to share the revenue for the ads. Maybe I'll put more content here. And then in the first day of February, I made 40% of what I made in the entire month of January. So I started doing a little bit more political content here to see if that holds. I mean, it's the same content that I'm going to be making for YouTube. I'll put a little bit of it here and still keep most of it on YouTube. But if you haven't seen my stuff for the last year, go over to my YouTube channel, because I have over 13, maybe 14,000 videos now on YouTube. I post 25 videos every day over on YouTube, except for if I'm sick or on vacation or something of that nature. And I have about 338,000 subscribers over there. And you'll see all that content that you missed that whole year. It's all sitting over there on YouTube. I still made it on TikTok. I just never published it on TikTok for public consumption. I made it on TikTok. I used TikTok as an editing app, and then I took the content and I put it over on YouTube, which I'm still doing. You're starting to see more political content from me on TikTok, but there's still way more over on YouTube, and there will still be way more over on YouTube. This is right. What's going on right now with me and TikTok is I'm dipping my toe in the water. You want to let me put political content out there again? Okay, let's see if this gets banned. You're going to keep me in the creator rewards program? Okay, let's see if you actually keep me there, because it's the same content that I was doing before. Nothing has changed. Same content I've been doing since I got on TikTok December 10th, 2020. And listen, I've always said I originally built my following on TikTok. I love the app. It's addictive as hell, and I'd love to be able to get back to my 1.5 million followers. Knocking on the door of 100,000 now. We'll see what happens. But my efforts have been concentrated on YouTube. Head over to YouTube, Tom Powell Jr., and catch up on all of that content that you didn't get to see over the course of the last year.